Pompey has cleaned the streets.
Caesar has annexed Gaul.
Another beaker of wine so that I may wet my mind and say something clever.
Sweet Dionysus, what in the... Caesar has crossed the Rubicon. He's marching with 4 legions.
Just as things were getting nice again. Civil war.
When Caesar chose to march on Rome, he knew it would be considered an act of war. Is this necessary, Caesar? Why not retire your governorship? Enter Rome as a private citizen?
Then I'd have to face the consequences of my actions.
Your conduct in Gaul was for the good of the Republic. You won't be prosecuted for that.
It's what I did as consul that I'm worried about. I may or may not have passed a little illegal legislation. I also may have started a small riot.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, but then I encouraged the crowd to pour doo-doo on my co-consul's head.
Oh, Caesar, come on.
I know. Plus I tried to arrest Cato once and he just hasn't let it go.
Caesar must step down. He shall face the Senate.
For the previous 3 years, Julius Caesar had been in a legal battle with the Senate. As governor of 3 provinces, Caesar benefited from legal immunity. A bill had already been passed, allowing him to run for consul in absentia. A position that would allow him to pass legislation needed to pacify Gaul. More importantly, a position also immune from prosecution.
I move. Veto!
Through his campaign in Gaul, Caesar had become the richest person in Rome. With that, he lined the pockets of key politicians.
If Caesar must step down, then so must Pompey.
Hey, I was staying out of this. They targeted Pompey, as Caesar was only asking for the same treatment Pompey had received years prior.
Veto!
Some attempted to find compromise. How about Caesar confesses to some crimes? In return, we allow him to run for consul. Shut up, Cicero! Controversial dates for Caesar to relinquish his command passed by. Instead, he marched 2 legions just north of the Alps. His threat echoed through the Senate. With that, the Optimate Faction began to rally behind Pompey. Pompey was Rome's most accomplished general, earning the title Pompey Magnus, or Pompey the Great. His victories brought safety and stability to the Republic. In return, Pompey received 3 Roman triumphs and the adoration of the public. Pompey and Caesar had once been strong allies. Along with Marcus Licinius Crassus, they formed the first triumvirate. For years, these 3 men pulled the strings of Roman politics. Pompey had even been married to Caesar's daughter, Julia. 5 years later, Julia died in childbirth. And Crassus at the hands of the Parthians. With no ties remaining, their rivalry grew.
In the interest of avoiding civil war, what if both Caesar and Pompey step down?
Only if Caesar steps down first. By declaration of Gaius Julius Caesar, Pontifex Maximus, governor of Cisalpine Gaul, Transalpine Gaul, and Illyricum. No, you. This face-off had been a long time coming. It had now split the Senate in 2. The aristocratic Optimates chose Pompey, known to historians as the Pompeian Faction, whilst the younger Populare aligned as the Caesarian Faction.
Pompey! 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 Over here! Pompey! No questions today. Pompey! Suppose Caesar marches on Rome? Suppose my son came at me with a stick.
All other negotiations fell apart.
Those in favour?
Pompey gained control of the Senate and declared Gaius Julius Caesar
an enemy of Rome.
The die is cast.